So tell me about the event first.
Well, for me, books are the biggest part of my childhood that I remember. Reading since the time I was little, my mom read to me. I loved summer vacation because I always had to attach extra pages to my book list to show what I read over the summer. And to me, reading has really shaped, I think, my imagination, my creative life. It allows you all of these different worlds. And to me, sharing that joy was the greatest pleasure. I remember when I was little going to the library for reading sessions, and when Reading is Fundamental called, and they, are you familiar with this? I'm like, absolutely. Anything for children's literacy, and not just children's literacy. I mean, to me, reading is the building block for our lives. You can't find your way to the doctor if you're sick, if you can't read the signs, and you can't take your medicine if you can't read the bottle. Like, you don't realize that it's not just quality of life, it's quantity of life. Mm-hmm. And anything I can do, as we're obviously having tough times in this country, and we're seeing libraries shut down and programs shutting down, and Reading is Fundamental has been around 100 years, and they're just losing their funding. So to have a company like Nestle come in to support and say, oh, hold on a second, it's pretty amazing. And to get that word out, I'm honored just to be able to help in whatever little way I can.
So do you know what you're reading yet?
Well, we were just discussing, actually, because of course I'm quite opinionated on what I think we should read. But I have also learned that 3- and 5-year-olds are also very opinionated on what they think I should read. So I think we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
How old are your kids? They're in that...
No, I have a 19-month-old.
A 19-month-old.
Who was also very opinionated on what she likes to read.
So are you going to wait and see what they want? Is that the final decision?
Well, I would like to do a Dr. Seuss because that's personally my all-time favorite author, just in general.
Right.
So I'm hoping to get at least one in. I heard there was a lot of call for Curious George.
Yes, he's a popular dude.
I'm a Madeline myself, but I realize that's a little more gender specific.
And maybe generation specific. That was kind of
Some of my books are generation specific. I still get a kick out of Eloise the Plaza and some of the books that were my childhood, and it's amazing to see what some of the new books are, and at the same time how relevant some of the other ones are, and specifically Dr. Seuss, because they're just as relevant today, if not more so. So
I have to ask a very superficial question. With a little one in the house, how do you manage to pull it together? What are some of your secrets?
You know what? She's a very girly girl, and anything with makeup and hair, she will sit, and her favorite is a hair and makeup trailer. She will put lipstick on for about 30 minutes. Somehow it is definitely genetic.
Yeah, does she have the acting bug? I mean, she's getting it from both sides. You hope not?
God, I hope not.
As one of the few youngsters who kind of grew up and functions well, what do you say when your friends are like, I'm going to get my kid in, she's got the personality?
You know what I've learned? I don't tell anyone how to parent their children, because it's an individual situation, and if someone asks for my help on something specific, then I'll be there to support them. But I find in life in general, it's best just to keep your opinions to yourself.